WFMU.
Let's go!
WFMU.
Let's go!
WFMU.
Let's go!
WFMU.
Let's go!
WFMU.
All right, everybody. This is the best show on WFMU. Here each and every Tuesday night from 8 until 11. My name's Tom Scharpling, here with you until 8. From 8 till 11. And everybody's got Nuggets 2 fever, so why don't we hear something covered by one of the bands originally on the Nuggets 2 box set. Here are Vermonster with Children of the Sun.
Let go of the children. Close your eyes and drift away. When you wake against tomorrow, all you be bothered can you see? That's the way the love is spoken. You join the children of the sun. You join the children of the sun. to drift into the regions of your mind. As understanding goes before you, all that's left of you is kind. That's the way love is spoken. You drown the children of the sun. You drown the children of the sun.
All right. Hey, this is the best show on WFMU. My name is Tom Scharpling here with you until 11 o'clock tonight. The best show on WFMU, 180 minutes of mirth, music, and mayhem. Tonight, something special. It's Open Phone Tuesday. The number 201-200-9368 to get in on the action. The lines are wide open, waiting for your call. And if that wasn't enough, we have activated the internet for you and you alone. Tom S. at WFMU.org is the way to get in touch with the program. TOMS at WFMU.org. And the screen is right in front of me, so your email will be read within moments of your clicking the send button. Try it out if you don't believe it. It does work. Hey, so, as I was saying, we just heard from Vermonster from their, or Vermonster, however you choose to say it, from their fantastic 2-LP set, The Holy Sound of American Pipe, on the Twisted Village label. And Vermonster were doing their rendition of the song Children of the Sun, which is included in the brand new Nuggets 2 box set, compiling original artifacts from the British Empire and beyond, from the years 1964 to 1969. And tonight, we will be going heavy into this Nuggets 2 box set. Heavy! I will be playing the blank out of this set tonight. It's a 4-CD set, recently released, newly released, by Rhino. All kinds of great stuff compiled in one awesome box set. Although I am shocked at some of the choices made by the compilers of the Nuggets 2 box set. And we will discuss that in length as the night goes on. Why don't we get back to the music, though, in the meantime? Oh, hey, you know what? There's something I actually wanted to talk about with from today's New York Post. Because as a professional, I read 12 newspapers a day. And I just circle things in the paper. I'm just like, boy, what can I riff on the radio? Boy, I guess I can give my take on this. Or I could give my take on that. Because a lot of times people even ask me, like, what's your take on this whole... Like the other day, somebody asked me what my take on this whole Elian Gonzalez thing is, because apparently he broke into someone's house in Cuba. Now that he's home, he broke in and vandalized someone's home. And somebody wanted to know what my take was on it, as if I'm going to have an interesting spin on the whole thing. And in that case, I'm very upset. I think that the pressure placed on this young man obviously made him react in such an irresponsible manner to do something that horrific, to actually break into somebody's home and vandalize it. But here's something equally as interesting from the New York Post. Today's New York Post. Mick Jagger. It's about Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger will finally get satisfaction. Nice work, Bill Hoffman, writer for the New York Post. Mick Jagger will finally get satisfaction after being dumped by ex-wife Jerry Hall. He's bitterly attacking her in a new song. In the heart-wrenching track Gun, the 57-year-old rocker sings that Jerry, who isn't mentioned by name, was so cruel to walk out on him, she might as well get a gun and shoot it through this heart of mine. And he warbles. I like the warble. Bill Hoffman definitely reaching out to the thesaurus on that one. He couldn't say sings twice. He warbles that the Texas supermodel acts, quote, mild and meek. But in reality, she's really torturing the only man who truly loves her. The song, to be featured on an upcoming solo record by Mick Jagger, also has the Rolling Stones frontman describing how he's a broken man because Jerry refuses to go back to him. The song is about Jerry, and it's the only way Mick can think of venting his fury, a Rolling Stones insider told London's Sun newspaper. Rolling Stones insider? Does anybody care? Does anybody look to be inside the Rolling Stones? What camp do the Rolling Stones even have anymore? This is not 1972. Buzz. This is not even 1982 with the Rolling Stones. The insider goes on to say he is still in love with her, and the fact that she won't get back with him is driving him crazy. Go get him, Mick. I guess he doesn't have any songs on this new Mick Jagger solo album about him impregnating a young model. So I guess he didn't get around to that song yet. FMU, you're on the air. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, at least those of us that don't listen to mainstream radio won't have to hear that crappy song over and over again. Just think about all those saps that'll have to hear it.
You mean that Mick Jagger song?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to play that song, though. Do you think radio's going to jump on a new Mick Jagger record?
Come on, 102.7, New York City. They gotta.
When's the last time you listened to 102.7? It's a talk station now.
Oh, all right. I guess it's been a while. But they got, classic rock, like 104.3 maybe. Them guys will be jumping on it.
But they don't even play. I mean, that's such an ineffective station. Like, I think 104.3 is like as neutered as a radio station can get.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But, I mean, the best you can do is wish it on, whoever would listen to it. I mean, there's got to be stations that still play like classic rock, Rolling Stones, all that kind of stuff.
They are, but I guess it's like they're catching up to like CBS FM now.
Right.
It's weird how it was done. At one point, growing up, it seemed like those stations were now. Like, these stations play Foreigner. They don't, like, right. CBS FM is stuck in the past. They don't play, I'm trying to think of the stations I remember. There was K-Rock used to be like a more of a classic rock station.
Exactly, yeah, you would hear it on that. I guess I was thinking of 102.7 in like the Scott Muni days and all that. I mean, they would have jumped. They would have had him on the air talking about it.
Yeah, it's kind of over, I guess. I wonder.
I guess so. It'd be nice. But anyway, you guys won't play it though, right?
Really? You don't think so? You don't think anybody's going to go heavy on it?
It's not like a dare or anything.
I'm going to play it.
I don't want you to take it as a dare.
For you, I'm going to play Gun by Mick Jagger.
I am not responsible.
As soon as the record comes out. As soon as I get my hands on it, I'm playing Gun.
Signed Wes. I am not responsible.
Your name is Wes?
My name is Wes.
Is that short for Wesley?
Yes, it is.
So is that a hard name to grow up with?
I thought it was for a long time, yeah, but at a certain point I was pretty happy that I was the only guy in school named Wes. So.
It's a cool name, Wes. But I just know that growing up, it's like anything.
Yeah.
Is like is used as a weapon against you.
Oh, it set me apart. West the Mess, West the Pass. There's a million of them.
Uh-huh.
Most of them you can say in mixed company, though.
But now they just call you Wes the Best.
Damn straight.
All right, Wes.
Have a good night.
You too, thanks. Wes, checking in. I wonder if anybody ever made, like, Wesson jokes, like Wessonality. Wes, call back. I have a question for you. Wes, 201-200-9368. I got a question. I need to know if anybody ever made Wesson oil jokes. Come on, Wes. What's wrong? You can't dial the phone? You have too much Wesson oil on your hands, Wes? Come on. FMU, you're on the air.
Here I am. No Wesson oil jokes, I don't believe now.
Nobody made Wesson oil jokes?
No, not really.
Like Wesson oil.
It was Westly, the north, south, east, and west. That was the thing, everybody. And there's no T in my name, actually. But
hey, Wes.
Yes.
Are you all oily like Wesson oil?
I don't believe I'm oily. I'm pretty clean today. I was just swimming, so I'm de-oiled.
So but if you go swimming with all that oil all over you, that you must have because of your name.
When I change the oil into my car and it spills on me, then I am Wes in oil.
Is it you are Wes in oil?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to start to. Where do you work, Wes?
I work at home. I'm self-employed.
I mean, you must have to report to somebody, though.
You can yell at Irwin for me. Irwin knows me.
Irwin knows you?
Yeah, he can.
You work for Irwin?
No, I don't work for him. Well, I'm the one who produces those hideous instrumentals for him.
Okay, well that's fantastic.
Thanks.
But that's not a high-paying.
No,
that's not your day job.
It's a no-paying job. I work for myself. I make musical instruments.
You make music. I mean, do you have do you make them for stores?
I make them for sale. I make them and then I go out and sell them.
Like what kind of instruments?
Like drums. I make tongue drums.
Are you near one of your drums right now?
Am I near one of my drums right now?
Let's hear some drums. Come on, Wes, do it.
Hang on.
Unless you're too oily. Unless the drumsticks are going to slip out of your hands.
I'm too oily. I'm not near one of my drums right now.
Are you not? Are you really not near one of your drums?
If you give me about 10 seconds.
Do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
It's probably slipping on the floor right now with all that Wesson oil. If anybody out there knows Wes, it sounds like he... Sounds like you could find out who you might know him through the course of your life or whatever. Call in now, 201-200-9368. I want calls about...
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Here it goes. I'm doing one-handed.
Now, what kind of drum is that?
It's a wooden drum. It's called a tongue drum.
Oh, that's very nice. And how long does it take you to make one of those?
I make them in a couple minutes. I can make a stack of them in about a week.
Really?
Yeah.
And you sell them?
I sell them locally at fairs and festivals and music shows and craft shows. My company's called Highfalutin Drums. Ooh, plug.
Now, are you a big shot drummer?
I'm not a big shot drummer. I play with this band called Project Object. We play all Frank Zappa tribute. That's about as big shot as I am.
Now, what's the appeal to Frank Zappa? I don't get it.
No?
No.
I don't know. I always liked Zappa. It was musically inventive and still not forgetting to see me your side of rock and roll.
Uh-huh.
You know.
It just goes over my head.
Oh, stop. He's got tons of stuff. Well, I mean,
name the one song. If you had to sell me on Frank Zappa, what's the one song I should listen to which will win me over?
I'd have to know a little bit more about your favorite taste. Where's your head at mostly? Straight up rock and roll?
Well, I like rock music, and I like, I don't like jazz. I think jazz is awful.
Okay.
Don't you think jazz is like the worst music ever made?
Jazz is pretty bad. Jazz bros wouldn't say so, but yeah, jazz can be pretty redundant.
I think jazz is the worst, and I'm willing to say it on the air.
You are right now.
Nobody else will say. Everybody else around here pretty much feels the same way.
Uh-huh.
They don't like jazz. They just pretend to like it because they think it makes them smart. But what's the one Frank Zappa song?
One Frank Zappa. Well, you've probably heard tons of them on the radio. I don't know. Have you ever heard G-Spot Tornado?
Well, every Frank Zappa song always sounds like this to me. Blah, blah, blah. It was like blah, 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 blah. And like his vocals are way too loud.
That's great.
It was like, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense? Does that sound familiar?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, Wes, I'm going to say goodnight to you, so why don't you slip on out of your drum studio?
Okay.
All right, and keep that Wesonality going.
I shall.
I want this to stick. If anybody knows Wes, from now on call him Wesson Oil. We're going to bring back his childhood. We're going to make the name Wes a burden again.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Fluids.
All right, bye. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, I got a good song for you to play.
What is it?
I'm sure you have Zappa's album Apostrophe somewhere in the studio, right?
We might, yeah.
See if you can find Apostrophe, and there's a tune on there called, I think it's called Eccentrifugal Force.
Eccentrifugal Force?
Yeah.
Is it like 29 minutes long?
No. It's not a long one.
Mm-hmm. Does it go like this?
No. It's actually it's pretty heavy. It's got like a lot of heavy guitar riffs in it.
Okay. I will look for that album. In fact, I'm going to send my producer into the studio. Charlie, what's the name of the record again? Apostrophe, you said, right?
Apostrophe,
Look
yeah.
for Apostrophe by Frank Zappa. And what's the name of the cut? Eccentrifugal Force.
Yeah,
Eccentrifugal Force. He's going into the studio now to look for it.
Yeah.
Are you a big Frank Zappa fan?
Well, I'm working on my collection. So far, I have about 20 or so.
So you only have like 1% of all his albums.
That's right.
Did he ever record anything that he didn't release? Like, was there any moment where he like goes in the studio and it's like blah, 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 and he's like, that doesn't cut it. It's like, I'm not putting that out. I don't think there was ever such a moment.
Actually, they do have a bunch of stuff in the Zappa Family Trust, I think it's called, or something like that, where the children now and the rest of the family have the rights to the music, and there are some things that they have not released, evidently. They
haven't released now, or they?
Yeah, just because at one point I think they went from one record company to the other, and in the transfer they had some stuff that they didn't release or something like that.
Okay, are they going through the process of digging that stuff out now?
It's not a good question for me. I'm not that much of an expert.
Okay, well, I appreciate you admitting that you're not that much of an expert. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Nice talking with you.
You have a good night.
You too.
Okay, all right, bye. Well. Why don't we get back to the music? I want to send this out to my friend and partner, Mike. We played foosball today. Mike, this goes out to you. This is the band Sorry on WFMU.
sometimes touched by others. She moves so gracefully through silk and satin shadow. All things that one time were only known with eyes closed. Both blew off the air and made it seem she knew of love, she knew of everything. The sun shone down on her blue clouds of pink and orange. La 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 She spoke in words that told of things that really matter. Kind to rabbits and had pity on Mad Hatter.
Hey, it's the best show on WFMU. Here each and every Tuesday night from 8 until 11. And we just heard from something from the Nuggets 2 box set, the Monkees with Daily Nightly, which I don't agree with the inclusion of the Monkees as some of these artifacts. I mean, is that really an artifact? Daily Nightly, which is available on a regular Monkees LP. Maybe it's because the Monkees are on Rhino and the Rhino put out this Nuggets 2 box set, but we're going to go into the Nuggets 2 thing throughout the night. I'm going to be playing it, and I'm going to be kind of critiquing it in a way because I disagree with some of the selections. I mean, it is 4 CDs, so there's a lot of stuff to chew on there. I mean, you're looking at, what are you looking at? 80 tracks spread over the course of this box set, but the Monkees, I disagree with putting that in a Nuggets themed set. Before that, the Wellwater Conspiracy with the song Of Dreams, a fantastic cover song performed by the Wellwater Conspiracy on their new album, The Scroll and Its Combinations, on the TVT record label out of New York City, New York. Before that, we heard The Nerves from a self-titled LP on the Thrill Jockey label. Show Your Love, the name of the song. And starting us off, from the second and final album by the band Sorry, featuring the late, great John Easley, featuring David Kleiler, who would go on to join Volcano Sons. The album's called The Way It Is, and the song is That's Fine With Me, and that goes out to my foosball partner for life, Mike. This is long term. This is not tonight. The games are not over. The phone number, 201-200-9368. It is Open Phone Tuesday tonight on the program. And the email address, toms@wfmu.org. And some chowderhead named Petey, he just emailed in, and he wants to know why we don't talk about the love story at the message board. Because this topic is boring. If anybody's visited the WFMU message board, they might have been exposed to these stories on the board, which are just completely embarrassing, completely moronic, and I shan't promote them. Let's check out, this Nuggets 2 thing, it's I've heard DJs play it on the station and go pretty deep into it, and there's some hits on it, obviously, but I disagree with a lot of the choices, and let's hear something from it right now. From the Nuggets 2 box set recently released on, on Rhino. Here are the Beatles with She Said, She Said.
WFMU. 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 WFMU.
All right, everybody. This is the best show on WFMU. Here each and every Tuesday night from 8 until 11. My name's Tom Scharpling, here with you until 8. From 8 till 11. And everybody's got Nuggets 2 fever, so why don't we hear something covered by one of the bands originally on the Nuggets 2 box set. Here are Vermonster with Children of the Sun.
Children, close your eyes and drift away. When you wake again tomorrow, all you'll be born again to see. That's the way the Lord is smoking. You join the children of the sun. You join the children of the sun.
What place do two Beatles songs have in this Nuggets 2 box set? There's no place for that. Come on, Nuggets. Come on, Rhino. You get the thumbs down on this one. She said, she said. Good day, sunshine. Bad planning. Who put this set together? There's people who've been looking forward to this box set for years. And the amount of money you probably have to pay for a Beatles song? Why break the bank for something that everybody else has already? You know, if you want a Beatles song, you get a Beatles album. You're not turning anybody on to new music. Hey, by the way, this is WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope. Worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. The phone number 201-200-9368. The email address toms@WFMU.org. This program just has the feel of something not going the way it should go tonight. And when it goes wrong, as I do on occasion, I will just take out the New York Post or whatever newspaper's handy and read it from cover to cover. Over the air. I think I left it all at the foosball table today. I'm embarrassed to say. I didn't show up for my radio program. This is Bush League. That's it. Tommy's going back to the music. He's just going to hide behind records tonight. Here's something from the Looking for Leonard soundtrack by Portastatic.
very dark, darker than black. They never give me back. I feel like I ain't coming back because you, buried me alive. alive. Oh my, bury me alive. Oh my, why?
All right, okay, we're back. The phone number 201-200-9368. The best show on WFMU. Here until 11. I just got an email from Bill. Checking in, talking about Mr. Mick Jagger. He says, point number one, he's 57 years old. He says, don't you get less obsessive and emotional, partly due to chemical changes and partly due to experience when you get older? Number two, he can have any man or woman he wants. And number three, he has enough experience with the press to know how to keep things private. He says, am I stating the obvious when I say that Mick Jagger is utilizing the leak to promote his new album? Absolutely. You know, you are dead on, Mr. Bill, for checking in there. And he says, I would have called, but a friend of mine suggested that would make him, quote, one of those guys who calls radio talk shows. Who calls radio shows. Well, you know what? 201-200-9368, if you are one of those guys who calls radio shows, that is the number to call. We talked a tiny bit about Mick Jagger with his new record, Gun, from his new album, a song, Gun, in which he bemoans the fact that Jerry Hall left him. Isn't that kind of like O.J. Simpson putting a song on an album where he bemoans the fact that Nicole left him? I think he's leaving a couple things out. It's not painting a complete picture of what really went down. Come on, Mick. I know you listen. Somebody told me he listens to the station. I don't know if he listens to this show. I know he listens to Greasy Kid stuff. I know that he listens to the Truck Stop Tea Party. Truck Stop Tea Party? What? Where did I get the Museum of Old Records that's on Tuesday nights? He listens to that. The Antique Phonograph show. And I know he listens to DJ OJ. Those are the shows that I know Mick Jagger enjoys. In fact, one night I was up in the studio with DJ OJ when someone called and requested something from Beggar's Banquet. I think it might have been Mick Jagger. Go into the newspaper. The New York Post. What is it? The British invasion issue of the New York Post today. A 2-page manuscript of notes by John Lennon for a stage play he wrote is up for sale for $35,000. The handwritten notes and doodles include a working draft of his satirical skit on the Queen's annual speech to her subjects. The late Beatles scribbled 36 lines along with cartoons on 2 pieces of cardboard, which are being sold by Fraser's Autographs in London. Here are my favorite Beatles in order. Favorite to least favorite. Paul McCartney, then George Harrison, then Ringo Starr, then John Lennon. The worst. Come on, Lennon. Last place. The worst Beatle. No 2 ways about it. Everybody gets on Paul McCartney for his sappy songs. Oh, all the sappy stuff. I think Paul McCartney would have caught himself before he released something as pukey as Oh Yoko. Is there a song that's more vomitous than Oh Yoko? And everything John Lennon with those stupid doodles. It's always doodles. It's like, oh, he drew a doodle of this cloud talking. Oh, he did a doodle of this, of himself. Oh, he did this doodle. Doodle, doodle, doodle. Everything's a doodle with this guy. And then, oh, he writes these records like Imagine. Oh, they're so great. Oh, imagine all these great things. Imagine, can you imagine if the world was like that? Hey, you know what would be great to imagine? Imagine if you didn't abandon your son. Hey, there's something. Let's imagine that for a second. No, you were too busy getting roasted in Los Angeles for 2 years with Harry Nilsson. And putting a feminine napkin on your head, a sanitary napkin on your head at a Smothers Brothers show. Come on, Lennon. That's why on this program I give John Lennon the thumbs down. So tonight, I have given the thumbs down to Mick Jagger, Frank Zappa, Jazz, John Lennon, people named Wes, as much as I like the guy Wes who called. Come on, Wes, change your name. I gotta give him the thumbs down. And this Nuggets 2 box set, Nuggets Volume 2, gets the big thumbs down. Putting a Monkey song on it, 2 Beatles songs, thumbs down. WFMU, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, is this Tom?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tom, it's Augie Richards down at Ye Olde Burger Barn in Newbridge.
How you doing, Augie?
Yes.
How you doing, Augie?
I'm doing good. Hey, just calling to tell you that we love the show down here.
Great, thanks.
And we would love for you to broadcast from here some night.
To broadcast from where is this now?
Ye Olde Burger Barn in Newbridge on Route 4.
Okay, I would do that. I guess we have means of setting up remote broadcasts.
Well, hey, that would be great. And I also wanted to tell you that Tuesday night here at the Burger Barn is actually best show on WFMU night.
No, you got to be putting me on.
The place is packed. Actually, I'm calling from across the street because it's so packed at the Burger Barn, and it's so loud.
Really?
Yes.
So what do you do at a night? Best show on WFMU night?
Yes.
Like, what goes on?
Well, we have
if you don't mind me asking.
Have a killer stereo system, and we blare your program all throughout the restaurant, and people just go crazy. They actually go nuts when you do your song intros.
Really?
Yeah.
They go nuts for that.
They do. There's something about it. Whenever you announce what the station is and that sort of thing, they all say it with you.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. We'd love to get a glossy photo of you. We put it up right next to Jerry Only.
To who?
Jerry only.
Who, from the Misfits?
Yeah, Jerry eats here all the time.
Sure, I could do that.
Well, that would be great.
I would definitely do that. That's fantastic.
You're going to love the food, too.
So what kind of stuff do you sell at I guess, obviously, the name answers the question.
Ye Olde Burger Barn.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that you've never heard of us.
Why is that?
Well, you know, it's packed quite often, and I could guarantee you that probably half of your listeners there are probably eating at the Burger Barn on a regular basis.
Half of my listeners eat
Yeah.
at the Ye Olde Burger Barn
In Newbridge, yeah, on Route 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might. So what? Is it mostly burgers? Is that what it is?
Oh, it's not limited to that at all, Tom. We've got the best batter buttled fare in the country, hands down.
What is that? The best what?
Batter buttled fare.
I don't know what that means.
You've never had a batter buttled burger?
I don't think so.
Oh.
What is it? What is that?
Tom, you haven't lived yet.
What is a batter buttled?
Well, Tom, let me just say that Ye Olde Burger Barn in Newbridge is proud to be just one of only 3 restaurants in the entire eastern seaboard that has what we love to refer to as the Batter Butler.
The Batter Butler.
Yes.
And what is a Batter Butler?
Well, let me just say that the Batter Butler is the wave of the future.
Okay.
Okay, well, say you want a hamburger, okay? But this process is not just limited to hamburgers, okay?
Okay.
First of all, you've got your burger.
Mm-hmm.
You get to pick what kind of batter you want on your burger first. Okay.
What do you mean batter?
Well, you dip it. The customer is able to pick up the burger, dip the burger in the batter. There's 3 kinds. There's thick, heavy, and the bomb.
Okay, these are all batters. You mean like what? Like you mean like the way things get battered, like fish sticks or something?
Well, it's beyond that. You could have fish. We have several fish entrees on our menu, as well as chicken. But there's also 3 flavors of batter. Okay, there's rye, lemon, and chocolate.
These are different batters?
They're all great.
But why would anybody put a hamburger into batter?
Wait till you taste it. What I would do if I were you is I would take some calls and just I'm sure the phone lines are lighting up right now.
Actually, the phones are completely dead.
That's because everyone's here at the Burger Barn and they're listening to the show here.
Really? Well, the phone number is 201-200-9368. This is a new experience for me, the idea of Batter Butler food.
It's actually, Tom, it's batter buttled.
Okay, batter buttled?
Yeah. So let me get on with the process, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay?
No, wait, your place is in Newbridge?
It's on Route 4 in Newbridge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually just outside of Newbridge, beyond the Commons, but before Muffler Row.
Before what?
Muffler Row.
What is Muffler Row?
Well, it's actually right in the thick of where the Strip used to be before Route 38 was built.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like what is it, like a business district or something?
Well, it used to be. I mean, it's we're undergoing a resurgence right now. You know, we're kind of building the area back up, and the Burger Butler addition to the tavern. Actually, it used to be a tavern. It's been in my family since the 1840s, and it used to be the Newbridge, Ye Olde Newbridge Tavern.
But now it's called the Burger Barn?
I took it over from my dad and wanted to just kind of revamp it, and heard about the Burger Butler.
The Batter?
The Batter Butler.
Burger Barn or Burger You got me. It's too many B's.
Oh, don't say that.
So you have a batter machine?
We have the Batter Butler. The Batter Butler is essentially... Well, let me get on with the process, okay?
Please do.
Okay. So, you've got your burger, or your chicken, or your fish, or your zucchini, whatever. You put it in the batter, thick, heavy, de bomb, or rye, lemon, or chocolate, okay? You put it in that. Then, you put it in a little... we call it the dunking cart. You put it in the dunking cart, and you lower it. All this takes place at the bar, too, okay? You lower it yourself, and it goes into the batter butler. The batter butler is essentially a 15-foot-long pool of golden oil that is nestled under the bar.
How big is it?
15-foot long.
That's a lot of
it's beautiful.
a lot of oil.
It's beautiful. So then you just watch your food get buttled in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then you reel it up.
Okay.
Okay.
With what?
Oh, it's like a crankshaft.
Okay, so you're reeling it?
Yeah, there's 15 at the bar. Okay, one for every foot. So you reel it up, and
so people are lined up like they're on the side of like a ship or something.
That's
like
a good way
like
of looking at it.
On a fishing trip.
That's a good way of looking at it, but there's so much more at the barn. You got to come down for yourself. But anyway, okay. So you take the burger or the food out, okay, with the tongs because it's pretty hot, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then you need to let it cool for about 45 minutes, and then you're good to go, friend.
How long do you have to let it cool for?
45 minutes.
Well, that's kind of hot.
Well, it's pretty hot, but Tom, I also got to tell you this, okay? And this is something we tell everyone who comes in the Burger Barn, okay?
Uh-huh.
Don't kick your feet under the stool at the bar.
Okay.
Because the batter butler is not a toy.
Well, I'm sure it's not a toy if it's 15 feet long.
Well, it's also that, but there's something else, too.
Uh-huh.
There are several pipes that bring in the gases that fuel the batter butler.
Okay.
And any tomfoolery could be quite dangerous.
Like what? Like kicking?
Well, kicking it or doing anything that disturbs the flow of the gases. And the batter butler actually runs on liquid fuel called Zelftar 143.
What is that?
Well, Zelftar 143 is essentially rocket fuel mixed with CO2 and compressed about 1,000 times.
And that's what? That's what fuels this thing?
Exactly, yeah. And Tom, when you come here, don't lean on the bar because the batter butler can get hot. We actually have what we like to call the hottest bar in New Jersey, and that's actually true. It gets to about 250 degrees.
Where does it get 250 degrees?
Well, the plexiglass over the batter butler is what gets heated up sometimes.
Now that's a bar. This is still a bar, though.
Yes. Well, it's more than a bar. It's it's a restaurant. You can come here and you can play darts. We have a great video jukebox.
But if you are at the bar, say I go in and I don't want to do anything with this batter machine.
Oh well, you can have a beer. Do you like beer?
Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, I'm say I do. Say I want just a cold beer.
Okay, I would just say, okay, what do you want? And we have several different kinds. And if say you ordered a Miller Lite, I'd say, okay, that'll be $6 for a 10-ounce beer, and you would pay your money, and you would be ushered in.
That's a little.
What?
How much is it? $6?
Yes, for a domestic 10-ounce.
That's pretty steep. I mean.
Well, Tom,
I mean, it sounds like it's a pretty casual place. You're just playing darts, and you have.
Well, Tom, I should also say that the prices will be coming down as soon as we offset the cost of the batter butler.
So you are. How long have you had this machine in your studio?
Well, Doris and I,
your restaurant.
Doris and I took over from Pops about 4 months ago.
Who's Doris?
My wife.
Okay.
And we got the batter butler in there, and I'll be honest, it's an expensive undertaking. The batter butler. We got a mid-size. There's 3 sizes. There's small, medium, and large. We got a mid-size, and that's $50,000.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, this food is slamming.
Now, do you get people coming in specifically for this food from this batter machine, this batter butler?
We're getting very, very popular. We have a lot of celebrities too. Like I said, I'd love to add your photo next to Jerry Only. We've also had Philly great Greg Luzinski He's been here, and Hector Camacho, and also Jack Steeples from Adrenaline OD.
So you've actually had all of those famous people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think my picture, and this is, I don't consider myself to be famous at all, and I'm shocked.
Well, you're very famous down here.
That just shocks me to no end.
You're very famous down here.
I would probably be maybe the second or third most famous person on your wall.
Oh, I doubt that. Well, anyway, you come down here. Here's the deal, okay? You do your show, and I understand now that you're on from 8 until 11. Is that right?
That's correct.
So you'd come down here, you do your show, you take some calls, you'd spin some selections on the video jukebox, and also whatever you wanted to do. But I also want to say that your food would be half price, okay? Okay, so if you wanted the burger,
well, I would eat like a fish.
Okay, say you wanted the fish burger special. Okay, that's the fish burger combo. You would get that for $18.
And then that would be $9, I guess.
No, that would be half of $36.
For a burger?
Well, yeah, Tom. Like I said, we're trying to offset the cost right now, but it's only.
I understand that, but that's it's
let me tell you
also not completely fair to pass that along to the customer. I mean, why does the customer have to absorb all of the cost of this thing?
Well, that's just how business works, don't you think?
I really don't. No, I mean business usually is.
Well, how about this? I'd cut your bathroom price in half, okay, to $1.
You what?
I'd cut your bathroom entrance fee to $1.
I'm not going to pay to use a bath. $1. So you charge $2 to let people in the bathroom at a bar?
Yeah. Tom, please stop using the word bar. It's so much more than that. We have a very extensive memorabilia room for the batter Butler. Also, it's kind of like a museum.
Of what?
Oh, all kinds of batter Butler memorabilia: T-shirts, buttons, all kinds of things like that.
But what's memorabilia for a machine? I mean, that's just... I've got to say, look, first of all, I am flattered that you do have a night for the radio show.
Okay.
I do appreciate the fact that you have a night where you guys all listen to the show there. It surprises me, but I'm glad that you do it. I really would have second thoughts about being associated with something so pricey.
Well, Tom, like I said, it's just for the next 2 years, okay? And how about this, okay?
2 years?
The night that you're there, how about this? Here's the deal for everybody.
Uh-huh.
The night you're there, TV is free, okay? The TVs that we have up are free. And also, it's only going to be $1 to look in the museum.
Can I just ask how you normally charge for the television in the bar?
Well, we have a row of TVs at the far end of the barn, okay?
Uh-huh.
So we go around and we take $1 from everyone who wants to actually view the TV. And if someone does not want to view the TV, we just turn their chair away from the television.
So if it's not their choice,
yeah,
the TV gets the chair gets turned away from the television.
Exactly. That's not too much to ask.
Now I'm shocked at the idea that this place that you run your place like this, and you even say that my listeners would know this place. I mean, I'd love to take calls from anybody who's eating there at the burger. What is it? The Burger Barn?
Ye Olde Burger Barn in Newbridge on Route 4. Yes.
201-200-9368 is the number. If you've eaten at the Burger Barn.
Hey, I'd love to have you have something sent over to you. What kind of batter do you want on that fish burger?
What are my choices again?
Okay, well, there's three different kinds of batter. That's thick, heavy, and da bomb.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and also the flavors you've got. Your choices are rye, lemon, or chocolate.
Yeah. I guess I'd be forced to go with lemon just by default.
Well, could I make a suggestion?
Sure.
For fish, I would definitely advise rye.
You'd suggest rye?
Rye, yeah.
Okay.
It's really good, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And how about those French fries? I would definitely advise chocolate for that.
Ugh. Chocolate French fries?
Oh, they're good. They're good.
There's no way
No, it's like eating it's dark chocolate, too, so it's like a Hershey's dark chocolate bar, and just, poured all over those fries and then dunked in that golden pool of oil.
That sounds horrific.
Oh, it's good.
Let's take a call right now. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. I've never eaten at the Burger Barn. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty game for anything. I would probably try it. But I've got a question.
Yeah.
It sounds like you got a lot of health violations. Like, how did the Department of Health, how did you pass? I mean, like, customers handling food isn't really kosher.
Well, I like to think that we operate outside of that scene, so to speak.
You have to have a license of occupancy, and you have to have all that. Do you have that?
Well,
I mean,
see, Ye Olde Newbridge Tavern was zoned back in like I said, in the 1820s. So that sort of zoning does not kick in or pertain to what the establishment is now.
So it's like grandfathered in.
Exactly.
But how can you be grandfathered in and have all of that equipment? Like, what was that? What's that fluid that you said you were using for that machine?
Zelftar 143.
I mean, that must require different zonings than what they were used to in 1920.
Not
also,
that I'm aware of.
Like, I'd like to bring my kids, but it sounds dangerous with darts flying and people drinking beer. I'm afraid of do fights break out because there's alcohol? I'm afraid for my kids.
Well, sometimes, but, we've just got to, if that does happen, we have several security agents who just maneuver the fight away from the pipes. Yeah,
right.
And away from the bar also. Mm-hmm. And, hey, if you come down, okay, what's your name?
My name is Hector.
Hector, if you come down, here's my deal for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Half price on darts, $250.
Oh, you charge for darts?
Well, sure.
Can I bring my own?
No way.
I mean, that's a little... I mean, usually a bar just puts a dartboard up as a way to just keep people engaged and having fun at the bar.
Well, here's the thing, Tom, okay?
Uh-huh.
Charging, besides offsetting the batter butler, also tells the person and or people who want to play darts that you've got to be serious about playing darts, because if you throw that thing off center and it hits a pipe...
But who's going to throw a dart that's going to hit the bar?
Who knows? That's Zelftar 143. If that goes shooting all over the place, that is going to be a bad day.
But don't you feel unsafe having something like that in your own bar?
Not at all.
No?
No, you shouldn't either.
I would feel I would not be able to relax while I ate at a place that... First of all, so it's like I'm paying 5 times as much as I should for food but my life is also at risk while I'm here.
How about this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll also make it Tuesday night's entrance fee is half price too, okay? It's only $250 now.
So if I go and do a live simulcast there, you're going to still charge me to get in?
Yeah. I've got to, Tom. I've got to offset the cost of the batter butler.
Well, I understand that the batter butler costs money, but that's not anybody else's fault.
But I feel like, Doris and I feel like we're providing a service for the community. And in terms of bringing this new batter-buttled fare to the area.
Now, I'd love to talk to anybody who's eaten food that has been batter-butlered. Let's take a phone.
Oh, come on, it's batter-buttled.
Batter-buttled, okay. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom. Tom, are you pulling our leg, or do you really believe this guy?
I mean, I haven't eaten...
Rocket fuel for a oil burner under a bar that's 250 degrees, where you're supposed to put your elbows while you drink your beer?
It's not an oil burner, okay? It's the batter butler.
Yeah.
Have you
ever... $36 a burger with lemon batter. That's fine with me.
I mean, have you ever eaten food that's been batter butlered?
Tom,
when I have batter fried steak, chicken fried steak.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sir, what's your name?
I'm Steve.
Steve, you haven't lived until you've had our fare, okay? That stuff, that chicken fried steak, that's Bush League compared to the battle-muddled fare.
Doesn't this guy sound like the guy who you had on that DJ where you had people calling up and voting who was the most popular, you or him, Tom?
No, that's
I know that show. That was great.
I mean, I know who that is. I can definitely.
Yeah, your voice sounds very much like him.
My voice?
Tom's voice sounds like him?
No, not you, Tom, but the caller.
Have you?
Hey, Tom, are you doing one of those things where you do both voices?
No, I don't do anything like that. Have you ever? Are you in the Newbridge area, Steve?
No, unfortunately, I'm up in northern New Jersey, in Jersey City, actually.
Have you ever been, like, on that route, what is it, Route 4?
Route 4,
I've been to Old Bridge, but not to New Bridge.
You gotta go to New Bridge.
Okay, well, if I'm ever down there, I'll check it out.
Great, well, thanks for calling, Steve.
Sure.
Have a good night.
All right, I guess, another phone call.
I'm really surprised that you're not getting more calls. I'm actually more surprised that people who are in the Burger Barn right now are not calling in.
Well, here's another call. Let's get you on the air. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
This guy's got to be totally full of you know what?
What, full of self-star 143?
I think he's totally pulling our leg here. Come on.
Do you live in Newbridge?
No, I don't even know where Newbridge is.
I guess it's down by what, like east? Is it like it's south of East Brunswick?
Exactly.
South of East Brunswick.
Yeah.
I grew up in East Brunswick.
Yeah.
Never heard of Newbridge. Old Bridge, not Newbridge, though.
Well, Newbridge, like I said, is undergoing a resurgence. You know, there was a period from 1975 to just about a year ago where
Come on.
Newbridge was, like I said, when Route 38 came in, it really kind of took the wind out of the sails down on Route 4. You know?
Yeah. Another call coming in here. FMU, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, Tom. I've eaten at this place.
You've eaten at the Burger Barn?
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
I got to be honest with you. I thought it was terrible.
Oh, sir, you've got to be kidding me. What did you have?
Well, I don't know. I was taken there on a fraternity hazing ritual, and we were all drunk, and they just started feeding us this stuff.
We get a lot of those.
It's
what
like...
did it taste like? I mean, did it taste like...
I can't use that word on the radio, but...
Okay, well,
please don't, by all means.
But
I think actually what happened was the burger slipped
right
and fell into all this whatever it is.
Oh, it didn't splash on you, did it?
Yeah, it did. All of us.
Sir, I'm sorry about that.
And 20 of my pledge brothers and me.
Did you go to the hospital?
They wouldn't take us to the hospital. The fraternity would get in too much trouble. But, these are the loyal things. Although, if they knew about the place, I'm assuming it was good.
Well, it is good. And son, I think that you probably had too much to drink and going in.
Well, we were also underage.
Well,
we weren't drinking in the place, but I think we were pretty loaded, but we were underage.
That's not my problem. See, it's a restaurant though too. Okay, so anyone can come in as long as you pay your $5.
I see.
Okay, but anyway,
what restaurant charges admission that you know of, caller?
Ye Olde Burger Barn.
I can name several in New York City. They're actually they charge a cover.
Yeah, but they charge. But this guy's actually. I mean, what do you sell, a ticket at this place?
Now here's what you get, Tom. Okay, you pay your $5. You get your 5-inch asbestos coaster.
We didn't get those.
You didn't get one?
No.
Tom, they should have gotten you one of those.
Okay, well, the caller didn't get one. So you did not. Would you ever eat again at the Burger Barn, caller?
I think to get one of those asbestos coasters, I'd like. That sounds pretty interesting.
But you would never go there for the food,
I live too far away.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think this is the kind of place you need to come.
Oh, well, he just...
When you're not drunk, your palate is clear. Okay, you can totally enjoy the rich rye flavor.
So you feel that him being inebriated took away from the experience?
Oh, it certainly does. It certainly does. That's why I don't allow the employees here to drink that much.
That much?
While they work, yes.
Well, you shouldn't be allowing them to drink at all if they're operating some...
Why is that?
Because they're operating some machine that's like 250 degrees?
No. The customers operate the machine.
But that's even worse, though. But you'll let a customer drink your beer.
Yes.
So you would let a man go into your place and drink a...
Or a child. I wouldn't let the child drink. I would let him dunk his his batter buttled fare into the batter butler. Yes.
You can't let a child anywhere near a.
Oh, I certainly do.
Equipment like that. That's just that's where I would draw the line.
Kids love it. Okay, well, here's what we do for the kids, though. We give them the protective mask and the gloves. Okay.
Oh, well, that's kind of you.
Well, it is. Those things cost a lot, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they do.
Only got one pair.
Yeah, and kids only have one pair of hands also, and one pair of eyes.
Tom, you're nitpicking.
Let's take another. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi there, Tom.
Yes.
I just wanted to call and extol the virtues of French fries and chocolate. It's very good, actually.
You love it, don't you?
Well, I've never been to this particular establishment that the guy on the phone is talking about.
Well, who else has them?
Well, just at any other fast food place, I buy some French fries and a chocolate shake, and I dip the fries into it.
Well, that's good.
What's that?
That's a great idea, but it's not the same as a batter buttled fry.
No, what's that? What's the difference?
Oh, well, first you take the fry. Okay, you cook the fry first. Okay, then you dunk the fries in your choice, like I said, lemon, chocolate, or rye. And then you dunk it back in again into the batter butler, and then when it emerges, you're in for a taste treat after 30 minutes.
Does that have a nice balance of saltiness and sweetness?
Oh, it's got everything.
Sounds delicious.
So, are you in the Newbridge area, caller?
No, not really. I don't know where that is, actually.
Where are you in New York?
I'm in Jersey.
You're in Jersey. What
Yeah.
town are you in?
Wayne.
Yeah, that's completely the other way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
So I guess maybe I was wrong on chocolate French.
See, Tom, I'm even at this point just trying to decide whether or not I want you to do a show from our place.
So you're trying to decide right now.
I'm thinking of beaming in another show that night.
And what show's that?
Kid Midnight.
What is and where is that show from?
Oh, I think you know who Kid Midnight is.
Yeah, I do actually. I was just trying to. Why would you do that if there's such a fan of my show there?
Well, Tom, it seems like you are not willing to participate with the program at the Ye Olde Burger Barn, and it just sounds like you're just not a team player.
I would be more than willing to. No, I would be more than willing to do a show there. I just am not going to do my show live somewhere. If you're going to be charging my listeners admission to get in, that you keep, and if you're going to charge them $36 for a hamburger.
Tom, it's a whole combo platter, okay? And I'm not charging your listeners to listen on the radio.
No, you're charging them to walk in the door, though.
Well, sure. I mean, I'm trying to run a business, okay?
Yeah, well, you're trying to run a business, but it's not a very fair business.
Okay, well, I'll just get Kid Midnight to do it, okay? It's no skin off my back. We love his show even more than yours.
Oh, that's nice. 201-200-9368 is the number. If anybody out there has eaten at Ye Olde Burger Barn in Newbridge, now's the time to call in. And why would you call and say you're such a fan, and then now you're going to side with Kid Midnight?
It's on.
Hold on.
Hello?
WFMU, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we're calling from the Burger Barn right now.
Are you loving it?
No, actually, my friend, he seriously got burned by the Butler battler.
Are you serious? What?
Yeah. Here, listen to him. Listen to him.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name, son?
My name's John.
Hey, John. What happened? What did you get too far over the bar or something? What happened?
No,
you can't go over the bar.
I mean, what, did it splash up on you or something?
No, I don't know, I guess I had a little too much.
See, that's the thing. You can't
drink. I wanted to, just dip the whole burger into it.
What did you...
Well, he sounds drunk. He does sound
drunk. Son, did you lower the thing
He just hung up.
Well, I need to know from him if he lowered it down in the basket or not, because you can't just dunk it in there, because, you will get burned. You will get burned. Okay, that sounds like...
How can you let people do something so risky like that, though? where it's just so close to.
You got to follow the rules, Tom. You got to put it in the basket, okay, and you lower it down. That's the rules, okay. I can't have someone stationed at the batter butler making sure everyone adheres to those rules. Okay?
Why not? You most certainly can and should.
That's not my responsibility. It says a big sign over the bar. It says, "Dunk at your own risk."
Oh, that's. You said they shouldn't dunk though, but you say
I'm
dunk.
Saying you got to lower it down in the basket. Look, if you're going to lean over that bar and you're going to stare at that at that hot oil and dunk that thing in with your hand, you don't deserve to eat at this establishment.
WFMU, you're on the air. FMU, you're on the air. Okay, we got another call coming in here. WFMU, you're on the air. You're on the air. WFMU.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I've eaten at the Ye Olde Burger Barn.
You loved it, didn't you?
Yes, I do love it.
I can tell. How could you not love it? What do you have, sir?
I usually like to take a little tour of the menu, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
So what did you...
Usually I take out. I do have a complaint. I think your takeout fee is a little excessive, even compared to your other fees.
Well, we got to pay for the gas, okay? So, Tom, essentially what we do is we add $15 onto the order for delivery.
You mean for delivery or for just takeout?
No, I take out.
Yeah, for takeout. For delivery, it's actually $30 extra.
So you mean if I just call up and I say,
yep.
Hey, I want a burger, but I'm going to pick it up. I'm not going to eat it there.
Yeah, because when you order and you take out, you do not utilize the other things that we offer, like the dartboard, the bathroom, the TV, things also that we make money off of. So you're actually stealing from us. That's
how I look at it. Question?
Yes.
Was that, I saw something under construction over in that other wing.
Yeah.
It looked like some sort of, ride, like a Disney kind of ride or something.
That's going to be the Batter Butler Express. It's a mini roller coaster. It only has room for 6 occupants right now, but it goes pretty quickly, okay? And at the end of it, it goes right underneath a spray of Zalftar 143. No one ever gets hit by it.
Well, what is this stuff? That sounds like the most dangerous thing I've ever heard. The idea of going right under this poisonous chemical?
Well, Tom, like I said, the Batter Butler Express is safe. You're not going to get sprayed with it. With the stuff, okay? You're not.
Oh, but you go under a spray of it.
Exactly, you go under. But I should say that if you do jump up when the spray is going by, then yes, you do stand the chance of blindness and/or heart stoppage.
Okay. Oh, the chance. Boy, that's but I guess it's worth the ride. And how much does a ticket on this ride cost?
$13.
This place is not family friendly, is it?
Oh, I totally disagree. We have families in here every night.
But I mean, in terms of affording.
Oh, well, it's as cheap as taking your family to a Yankees game.
But it's a restaurant.
Yes.
At least when you go to a Yankees game, you get to see the Yankees.
But you also get to buy merchandise, and you can also buy merchandise at the Burger Barn, too.
For what? The caller right now is running a restaurant in Newbridge.
Augie Richards, proprietor.
Mr. Augie Richards, who's running a place called Ye Olde Burger Barn down in Newbridge, and he's trying to get the program to come down and do a broadcast, but I'm not interested in it right now.
Well, and like I said, I'm losing interest in you.
Well, I have a question for you, actually.
Okay.
Somebody just emailed in a question and wants to know, they told me to ask you about the Ziffer lawsuit. Aren't you ashamed of having a child visit your restaurant and walk away with third-degree burns over 10% of her body?
Well, that young girl should not have tried to piddle into the Batter Butler.
That's, piddle into it. Now, here's another guy who's emailing in. Somebody named Wendell wants me to ask you.
Yeah.
He says he's been to the Burger Barn a number of times. He said you used to have a butterscotch batter?
That's right, yes.
And why did you discontinue the butterscotch?
Because there was a strange reaction with the butterscotch batter and the actual oil. There was a weird reaction where the Zelftar 143 combined with the butterscotch batter actually scalded people. Even when it was, even after they'd waited the 45-minute cooling time, the center of the burger and or food, whatever you had, if it was dipped in the butterscotch, it was still scalding inside, and we had probably 13, 14 people get scalded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, this restaurant has been around for, you said, since, what, the 1840s?
Well, it was called Ye Olde Newbridge Tavern back then, but we took it over and turned it into Ye Olde Burger Barn just last month.
So now you're coming up on almost 200 years of history, and you see fit to change what probably countless generations helped create. You now are laying ruin to
I
that.
don't see it that way. I see it as taking it into the next millennium. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't see it as see, the past is the past, Tom, and we need to live in the present and or the future. And like I said before, the batter butler is the future.
Okay, we got another call coming in here. WFMU, you're on the air.
Yes. I was just wondering. I was thinking of bringing my girlfriend there and asking her hand in marriage.
Okay.
Now, my question to you is this. Do you have some sort of special presentation of the ring as a surprise? Like, I don't know, maybe put it in that butt thing that you're talking about and, dip it in and then just kind of, pull it out and it'll be like a surprise for her?
Would that be something you would do?
That's something we have done. Here's what we do, okay? We take the ring, okay? First we dip that in the batter and or flavor of your choice. I recommend lemon, okay?
That makes my lips pucker, and I love lemon.
We dump it in the Butler, okay? Put it in there for about 4 minutes. We take it out, okay? We grab it with the thongs and the tongs and the gloves, okay? Because it's hot. We put it inside whatever the young lady ordered, okay? We jam it in that food, okay?
Yeah.
We let it cool not for the full 35 minutes. We let it cool for just 10 minutes, okay? So it's still kind of warm. We give her the batter buttled entree. She bites into it, and she
burns her
bites
mouth
down on that's part of the surprise, though. She gets a scalding bite of metal.
Boy,
But I guarantee you that's something she'll remember forever.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's as she gets all kinds of oral surgery.
Oh, well,
that is something. I'll say that for sure.
You can't argue with the fact that that's a memory.
Mm-hmm.
That's a memory.
That sure is. That's a memory that'll take a lifetime of doctor's bills to. For somebody just got an email here from Doug, who says I'm actually in the Burger Barn right now.
Okay.
This place is packed.
It is packed.
He's emailing on a Palm Pilot.
Yep.
Because the payphone costs $8.75 and only takes quarters.
That's true. Is there a problem with that, Tom?
Yeah, I think your phone is about $8.50 more than a phone should be.
Well, Tom, that price will get cut in half within the next year, okay? So don't bust my chops on that.
Oh,
okay?
I'll lay off. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tom, speaking of...
I'm sorry, it's everyone else's responsibility to make you rich.
Hey, Tom, I'm not rich yet, okay? I'm still in debt here, okay? But I'm slowly coming out. I do want to give the website address for the Burger Barn, okay?
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, http://www.geocities.com/burgerbbarn/tilde route4/batterbee/.html.
Okay, and what kind of stuff is at your website?
Oh, you get everything. You get the different kinds of batter. You get testimonials by hundreds of satisfied customers. You get a link to batterbutler.com. You get all kinds of things. You get we have contests too, where you can get half price off of your entree, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got another call here. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi, I think it's a great idea with the website. Is there any charge you get on the website?
At the moment, no, but I am working on that.
Okay, and I've also eaten there in the restaurant, actually twice, and I just wanted to thank you because I think you came over personally when I had all the bones in my meat, but you just explained it was the batter.
Wait, come again, sir? I'm
sorry. I felt so much better after that.
Wait, come again. I missed the part about the bones. One more time on that.
Well, when I was eating my burger, I thought there was a lot of bones in there, but you actually came over and explained it was the batter.
Oh, yes, that's right. The batter sometimes has the consistency of hard bone.
Yeah, well, they were actually very hard bones. And also about the marriage, is it possible, would I be able to get a discount if I divorce my wife now and get married to another person?
Now, are you saying divorce her at the Burger Barn and marry someone else at the Burger Barn? Yes, you definitely get a half-price discount.
So you can put it into a whole package?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I am so excited. Thank you so much.
Oh, sure.
Well, thanks for calling.
We do have a divorce package, and here's what that is. Okay, say you want to break up with someone, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, say you're married, you want to break up with your wife or something. You bring her to the barn, and she orders one of our succulent entrees, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We bring out to her, this is pretty funny, I think, a buddled lump of horse crap.
Why?
Because then she digs into it and she gets a mouthful of surprise.
That's not right.
Oh, I think it is.
And I'm sure you can't serve that at a restaurant.
We do it for men, too, okay? I mean...
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's a matter of you being against women. It just sounds like something you wouldn't be able to do at a food place. You can't fry up.
Well, like I said, the zoning kind of eliminates all that sort of thing from our experience here.
Now, what about your own personal code as a...
I think it's funny.
Well, what about the fact that people now...
I did it to Doris as a joke.
That's sweet. Now, what about the fact that do you use the same... I hope you change the oil.
Huh, I never thought about that. No, we don't, actually. That's something to look into, though.
Yeah, you might want to look into that before the next person gets a mouthful of horse manure.
Well, that would, that would require changing the oil, and that's not cost effective.
Yeah,
really.
It's not cost effective. Yeah, you really run a real special business down there, Augie.
It is special, and like those callers have said, it's packed.
It's packed. Yeah,
well. Packed.
Somebody just emailed in. They said that there is an ambulance outside of the Burger Barn.
Oh, geez, I see that. Yeah. Hey, Tom, I better go. Okay. Oh, geez.
So, are you still interested in having this thing where I come down and do the show?
You know, I don't know if you're Burger Barn material. I think I'm just going to go with Kid Midnight.
Oh, so is he going to do a live show there?
We're going to do a remote from Omaha. Yeah.
What's the big deal about a remote?
Well, I mean, Tom, I don't want to come out and say it right now, but Kid Midnight, you know, ever since he broke that record, is a hot commodity. Okay, he's gonna fill this place even more, way more than you ever could.
I wouldn't want to ever fill your place and put money into your pocket.
Well, good, then it's settled. Okay, Kid Midnight's going to do it.
And it's also settled out. Everyone listening, please do not eat at Ye Olde Burger Barn.
Hey, you can't say that.
In Newbridge, I just did.
Okay, well, you're sued.
Don't eat. If you live in Newbridge or around Newbridge, by all means avoid the Ye Olde Burger Barn on, what's it, on Route 4 and Toilet Row, was it?
1736 Route 4 in Newbridge.
Was it Toilet Row?
No, Tom, enjoy the litigation, okay? Because there's a lot of it coming your way, okay?
Yeah, well, why don't you go for it?
Oh, don't think I'm not having papers drawn up right now. As soon as I deal with this kid in the ambulance, you're next, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, Augie, I wish your business nothing but the worst of luck.
Okay. Tom, if I ever see you, here's what I'm going to do, okay?
Okay.
If you ever set foot in my place, you're going face first into the batter Butler, okay?
Oh, that's fantastic. What, you going to dunk me in?
Yeah, consider yourself dunked, all right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, and consider yourself hung up on. Hey, you're listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide, on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. Why don't we hear something from a fantastic 7-inch that came out a while ago by T. Lance, the one and only T. Lance, backed up by the Cocktails. Here is Why on WFMU.
talk show. Sophisticated high society. Alright. Well, it's so good, it's so top shelf. Sophisticated high society. Alright. I give my driver the night up for you. Alright. Alright. High class, high class. 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 Started school in 1965. I just fell out of my tree. But everybody's picking on me. I'm not trying to pretend. There's nothing going on in my mind. I'm really cool, all I see. From 1959, started school in 1965. my stupid tricks. Left school in 1976.
They say that I'm too old, I guess I'm coming up for 9. Me curly hair is getting thin, it's all them women and wine. But I'm oh so ashamed, it's been 3 weeks since I had a record in the top 20 pop. It hurts me when I think she's out. At 8 I was top of the poll. They screamed every time I just opened me mouth and rocked in the aisles with me roll. Now I'm so ashamed. They all say me discs are flops, 'cause I haven't got a record in the top 20 pops. I've tried to ask and I've giggled, I've rocked it and I've skiffled. I've sung an old song and not no one could make out a word. It's the truth. I've clapped me hands till the blood run. I've had echo till me head spun. Till me head spun. Till me head spun. But they say you're too old, too long in the tooth. Give us you. I've had me breakdown in the papers, dyed me hair a luminous green. I wobble me hips in sexy like capers, and me sideboards meet under me chin. But I'm so ashamed. It's been 3 weeks since I had a record in the top 20 pops. I've held high notes real classy till me eyes went all glassy. I've sung a duet with myself, nearly ruptured me throat. I've tried humming and not drumming. I've broke 10 guitars with me strumming, but it always turns out some Charlie has done it before. What's the matter with me platters? They say I should try a new kick, but me nerves is hanging in tatters. I've done me nut till I'm fair off me wick, and I'm so ashamed. It's been 3 weeks since I had a record in the top 20 pops. Me discs are slipping. I haven't got a record in the top 20 pops. Please buy this record. Please.
Buzzsaw.
Hey, we're back here on WFMU. The best show on WFMU every Tuesday night, 8 until 11, 3 hours long, 3 hours strong. We just went yet again to the Nuggets Volume 2 box set. Peter Sellers. I'm so ashamed. Again, not the prime stuff you should have in a box set for what the Nuggets series should be striving toward. I don't feel that Peter Sellers records belong in the realm of like the kind of freak beat and light psych that I usually associate the Nuggets records with. You before that, North of America, North of America, from their hot new album. This is Dance Floor Numerology. On the Progeria record label, we heard Revolt On. Revolution. Nice. Good stuff from them. Then we heard in its last appearance on this program, we heard the record by Wild Billy Childish and the Friends of the Buff Medway, by request, going out to Danny. I know I've played it too much, but people like it. Archive from 1949, which is a 7-inch on the Smart Guy record label. Before that, The Pattern checking in. A 7-inch on the Gearhead label. Non-Stop, the name of the song we heard. Is that the name of the song we heard? No, that wasn't the name of the song. The name of the song we heard was No Bacon, I think it says. I think the song was called No Bacon. You know what? That's what you do when you get all fancy and you don't write the name of the record properly. People will announce it with titles like No Bacon, or it's No Something. Tommy doesn't remember. Ugh, before that, fantastic stuff from the Buzzards. We heard High Class. One of the many fantastic tracks on the new comp called The Sympathetic Sounds of Detroit, which was assembled by Jack from the White Stripes, documenting the hot rock that many people enjoy in the Motor City and thereabouts. And starting us off, T. Lance and the Cocktails teaming up to ask the eternal question, why? That record is available on the Telstar record label out of Hoboken, New Jersey. The phone number, 201-200-9368. Open phones right up until 11 o'clock when Small Change steps into the DJ booth to host his program, Nickel and Dime Radio. The email address is toms@wfmu.org. And I'd like to reach out to somebody right now and say to the Cosmic Cowboy, if you're out there, buddy, you chumped me out 2 weeks in a row on the old foosball table. I'm waiting. You want to come by tonight? We'll foos it up. You know the email address. You know the phone number. That last guy really got the phones pretty engaged here, and the email pretty lit up. Somebody who mentioned that a child was burned at the Burger Barn, and the owner of the Burger Barn said something that the child was piddling into the oil. A follow-up email which came after the fact says that the proprietor of the Burger Barn did not mention that the little girl was piddling in the oil because her family could not afford the bathroom fee after having paid the admission fee, the seating fee, the service fee, and the upfront charge for their order. He also did not mention that his restaurant only takes cash. Thank you for that information, Jason. Yet another reason that people should boycott the Batter Butler and the Ye Olde Burger Barn down in Newbridge. I mean, I like everything about Newbridge. It's a really nice town. But I can't believe that the town is letting a place like this operate. I also, I was haunted by somebody who was apparently I cannot escape this guy, Hot Rockin' Ronnie. It seems like I will be linked to this guy till the end of time. Somebody emailed me 10 photos of Hot Rockin' Ronnie in all different wild permutations. And they are terrifying photos. Oh, what else? I had to talk about something else, but it escapes me at the moment. Hold on 1 second while I grab our trusty clipboard so I can tell you what's going on. Here's something exciting tonight, or tomorrow morning, I should say. On Airborne Event with Dan Boda. Diagram A will be performing 2 short sets of improvised electronic music pre-recorded in the WFMU studios by this Western Massachusetts-based sound and visual artist. The pieces were performed on homemade communications devices incorporating telephones and cheap consumer electronics toys for kids salvaged from the discount bin at Toys R Us. So that is tonight on Airborne Event with Dan Boda from 2 to 6 a.m. Tune in for that. Tomorrow night on... I think... Oh, here we go. On Thursday... the 3-chord Monty with Joe Belock from noon until 3. Ms. Pac-Man rocking out. Forget Riot Girls, Joe says. These New York punks will cause a riot with their Cramps, Ramones, somebody else influenced rock thing. That's on the 3-chord Monty program, hosted by Joe Belock. Next Tuesday, if you enjoy radio on Tuesdays, I recommend you tune in to the Brian Turner program. If you want to hear Glass Candy and the Shattered Theater, that's Tuesday, July 3rd from 3 to 6 p.m. Bass drum vocal trio of Johnny Jewel, Avalon Callan, and Ida No smash it up with throbbing 1980s dark and minimal punk rock. Who doesn't like punk rock? I don't. But other than me, who doesn't like it? All kinds of exciting stuff coming up. You got to just stay tuned to WFMU because you never know what's going to happen. And just remember, everybody, this is where it all starts on this program. You may hear other shows. Now that you've tried the rest, try the best. It's only on Tuesday night. Only from 8 till 11. This is where it all goes down. Except no cheap imitations. Oh, and there will be war. If my imitators, come on. If my imitators dare cross me. And they're out there. Tommy knows who you are. Why don't we get back to the music? Enough of my vague, veiled threats. We're going to hear something from the fantastic band The Dead Moon. And as always, the phone number 201-200 WFMU. The email address TomS@WFMU. Here are, as promised, for you to listen to The Dead Moon.
close my eyes, escape to nowhere, turning back the tide. And I ask the sage, what's it gonna take to get out of Jordan with everything at stake? 40 miles of bad road, ripping bed of pothole. I know where the money goes. Down a shaft of rat hole, lowered by my ankle. Dead dogs lie in the afterglow. In the afterglow. In the afterglow. In the afterglow. Flying on the inside, open up a phone. Get up, exact ahead, waiting for a higher. Someone got the program. It's just a little fun. Doctor, just a random car, going too high. It goes to Butler, Tennessee. Smile for the stand at me. 30 years since we got off that train. I guess some things are still the same. Coming through the tunnel, wheeling by the bird. Take breaks like the bottom of head. Getting back in high. Checking out the numbers. Trying to catch a word. Free money, cause it can't be me. Looking at high. It goes to Butler, Tennessee. Smile for the stand at me. 30 years since he got off that train. I guess the things are still the same. He goes to Butler, Tennessee. Smiling from the stairs at me. 30 years since he got off that train. I guess the things are still the same. Taxis have bodegas, and you can bring the kids. Long green in the middle of town. You can let started
right, yes, we are in the home stretch, the final lap of the program. 10 minutes left on the clock before this seat belongs to Small Change for the Nickel and Dime radio program, taking you straight through to 2 a.m. And at that point, Dan will pick up and guide you all the way to the 6 a.m. mark. And remember, listen for Diagram A on Dan's show tonight, between 2 and 6. But in the meantime, this is the best show on WFMU. We just heard Christmas from their first album, In Excelsior Dayglow. The song Big Plans. Before that, The Panics, from a CD called I Want to Kill My Mom on the Gulcher label. Fantastic Bloomington rock. Now issued for your consumption. Drugs Are for Thugs. Thank you. Finally, someone speaks the truth. The 13th Floor Elevators before that, from their first album, self-titled Fire Engine. Classic. Robert Pollard's solo from the Kid Marine album, which was the first volume in the Fading Captain series. Hold on. Shh. If we listen closely. 4, 3, 2, 1. There, Robert Pollard has written another song. Submarine Team's the name of that song. From the Kid Marine record. Dead Moon checking in before that. No. Before that, we heard The Eat. From their 7-inch Hialeah. Good stuff. We heard the song Hialeah. Otherwise known as the title track of the Hialeah 7-inch EP. And starting us off, the Dead Moon. From their brand new album, Trash and Burn. We heard 40 Miles of Bad Road. 201-200-9368 is the number. The time to be heard is now. Speak your piece. Open phones for the next 5 minutes. Theme-free radio. Everybody gets 30 seconds to say whatever they want. You can say whatever you want. It's all yours. I will not interrupt you. 30 seconds. You can't get, that's like a commercial on a regular radio station. You don't get that uninterrupted by the host. Now's your chance. What have you been meaning to say? What's your life's purpose? Say it. 201-200-9368. It's now or never. Are you a chump or a champ? Step up and make the call. Or you can email me at toms@wfmu.org. So I guess with the movie everybody's all excited, but AI comes out on this weekend, and I will make a prediction that it stinks. I will see it this weekend, but I bet you it sucks hard. That's my prediction. I predict Pootie Tang, the movie, will be better than AI. I will see both movies, and then I will report back to you next week. And next week is the 3rd of July when I do the program. The day before the 4th of July, and there's some exciting stuff I'm going to be doing in here. A live fireworks presentation on air. I'm going to have the Grucci brothers do a show in studio. A full fireworks display. 2 times as large as the thing they do out in the Hudson. Get ready. Fireworks show, the best show on WFMU style. A lot of those orange ones that really blow up and stretch wide. None of those stupid white ones that just go and crumble. None of those. I told the Grucci brothers, for every one of those stupid white ones you were going to bring that just crackle and kind of crumble, bring one of the orange ones that explodes like a big flower. So live fireworks on the radio next week. In studio, the Grucci brothers will be here doing their special thing. And I'm doing my special thing right now. It's called padding out the show. No, I'm not. Have you ever heard anybody vamp like this? Well, let's check the email. Okay, we got an email from Michael checking in. Michael says he would like more information on the proprietor of the soon-to-be defunct Ye Olde Burger Barn. He wants to know how he can acquire a copy of tonight's interview. Well, Michael, if you have a computer, which you obviously do because you emailed me, go to, it says here that he is the head of consumer affairs at the New Jersey Board of Health. Very interesting. So I guess the Burger Barn will be shut down shortly. But anyway, you can go to WFMU.org, which is the WFMU website. We have an archive section for all the different DJs. You can listen to their shows whenever you want. You can go and listen to a show I did in November, tonight. Only on WFMU. Mark my words, AI, it's going to suck. I can tell. Nobody wants to see that. Robots running around from humans. It's aped. Everybody's getting ready for Planet of the Apes. That's all we care about. 7:27. Apes rule the planet. Until then. Oh. And I'm exhausted. I almost cursed like 8 times during this thing. I almost thought I was on the phone talking to a friend. But you're all my friends, everybody out there in listener land. And I don't call you listener. I don't call you listener Bob or listener Charles. You're just Bob or Charles. We're all equal. Except for the fact that I'm the one who can control everything that goes on. I'm the only one controlling the board. Other than that, we're all completely equal. Except for the fact that I determine the topics. Other than that, we're all equal. Are we good to go? Sure, I guess. Let's do it. It's 11 o'clock. It's small change time. Nickel and Dime Radio. Stay tuned. You are listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope worldwide on the World Wide Web at WFMU.org. I will be back next week. My name's Tom Scharpling. This has been the best show on WFMU. Stay tuned for Nickel and Dime Radio.